Now that our Christmas tree is all done and decorated, let's make some gifts to put underneath it. Disconnect the Christmas tree node for now and add 2 cubes and the join geometry node. Set the X and Y scale of one of the cubes to 1.1 and set the Z scale to 0.3. Add a transform node and adjust the Z translation to position the modified cube at the top of the other cube. Next, add another join geometry node and duplicate the modified cube twice. Increase the Z size of these 2 new cubes to 0.35. Set the X value to 0.3 and the Y value to 1.15 on one of the cubes. And then set the Y value to 0.3 and X value to 1.15 on the other cube. Now we have a ribbon on the lid of the box, so let's do the same for the box itself. Duplicate the base cube twice and adjust the X and Y values like we did with the ribbon boxes for the lid. Note that we don't need to adjust the Z size, since the box will be placed on the ground anyway. One final touch to the gift would be to add a knot at the top. Add another join geometry node, then add a curve circle and connect it to the join geometry node. Next, add a transform node and set the X rotation to 90, the Y rotation to -25, and the Y scale to 0.5. Then add another transform node and set the scale on all axes to 0.3. Finally, set the X translation to 0.3 and the Z translation to 0.8. To turn the curve into a mesh, add a curve to mesh node and a quadrilateral node, which we can connect to the profile curve of the curve to mesh node. Set the width to 0.3 and the height to 0.1. To make the opposite side of the knot, duplicate the nodes and connect them to the join geometry node as well. In the first transform node, change the Y rotation from -25 to 25. And in the second transform node, change the X translation to -0.3. To make the whole thing look a little better, first add a subdivide mesh node set to level 2 after the box and ribbons nodes. Then add a subdivision surface node with a level of 2 at the end of the node tree, followed by a set shade smooth node. The last thing we need to do in order to make our lives easier in the next video is to add a transform node at the very end and adjust the Z translation until the bottom of the gift is roughly at the origin of the scene. This makes it so that when we instantiate the gift, it will be correctly placed on the surface. Next time we will create some materials for the gift and place them around the tree. See you then.